Welcome back to the Gun Dungeon, guys. It is super hot and humid out here. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so you're gonna have to bear with me. My voice is raspy and I'm stopped up. So anyways, last time we done a video like this, 40 versus 9mm, we used the 124 grain plus P Gold Dot in 9mm, and we used the 180 grain HST in 40 Smith & Wesson. There was some questions, concerns, comments about using two different bullets, and that the 180 grain bullet for the 40 cal wasn't optimized for concealed carry. So today we're going to be using Gold Dot 165 grain 40 Smith & Wesson, and we're going to be using 124 grain plus P 9mm HSTs. So yeah, we got two different brands and bullets here on the table again, but if you want to see what the HST 40 did or what the Gold Dot 124 grain 9mm did, go watch this video. If you've already watched that video, then you know what happened, and we can continue. And at the end, we'll have two videos that shot HST and Gold Dot 9mm and HST and Gold Dot 40 Smith & Wesson. I'm going to be using the exact same guns as in the last video, the Smith & Wesson 3913. Not the shortest barrel you can get, but a good compromise for a carry gun and a service gun. And I'm also going to be using the Glock 29 with an aftermarket barrel in it. And like I said, this is not the shortest you can get either, but it's pretty close. Both of these have comparable length barrels. 4 layers of denim, chronograph is set up, and I'm happy to announce that Gel Block Jim is back in one piece. I don't know how well he's gonna take a couple hits, but he did have a hip replacement, and we'll see how long he lasts. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get set up. First thing we'll do is we'll shoot the 9mm. I'm gonna put 2 shots of each into the gel. So first up will be 9mm 124 grain plus P HST. All right, so there's our first shot with the 9mm, 1,175 feet per second. Jim didn't really move much. That's where he's still at. I haven't touched him. Wound tracked. Really not that great of a wound tracked. There's our bullet sitting around 14, 15 inches. I'll measure them all when we get them in there. Let me see if I can get a better view. Okay, yeah, you see the wound tracked a little better there. See some denim drug into it. Not super huge, but respectable. The bullet does look like it has expanded well. We'll take a better look when we pull it out. Let's go ahead and put our second shot of 9mm in here and see how it looks. So there's our second shot, 1,117. I hit a little closer to the top of the block that time. So Jim did go for a ride. Look at that. Hopefully get out of the light here. A little better looking wound tracked. Kind of slightly curves as it goes. That one's resting right against the back of the block, so we know we got 16 inches of penetration. Pretty good penetration from this round. You can see there's denim all through that tract. Not a bad looking wound track. Looks to be a little better than the first one actually. So, all right, let's try the 40 cal. $1,136 for 165 grain 40 Smith & Wesson Gold Dot. Jim went for a good little ride again. All right, so this wound tract right here is our 40. This one is our 9mm. There's really not much difference in the wound tracks here. So what I'm seeing is the HST 40, even the 180 grain, actually expanded more than the 165 grain Gold Dot. You can see there sits our bullet. Looks like it's well expanded into the second block. Let's take one more shot with the 40, then we'll measure and dig the bullets out. $1,121. Jim went for a ride. This was very poor shot placement on my part. I hit almost the exact same wound track, and it came out of the block right here. Actually exited right around 16 inches. So we'll set it up. I'll shoot one more. Hopefully I can get it in this upper quadrant and see how it looks. $1,117. That was a little better shot placement. This is our wound tract right here. Pretty good looking wound tract. Looks to be the best of the bunch so far. And that one actually stopped shallower than the first gold dot that we trapped. So it looks to be expanded well. Wound tract looks good. As far as penetration, guys, let's take a look. First, our bottom HST from 9mm is coming at 14 and around 5/8 to the back of that bullet. Our next deepest one was one of the gold dots, 40 cal. Base of it is right at 15.5. The other 9mm HST right at 16 inches. It's touching the back of the block. And our deepest penetrating gold dot, 40 cal, is flirting right with that 18-inch mark. It is right at it. Let's dig these bullets out and take a look. All right, so on our left we have the two 9mm 124 grain plus P HST. Here we have the 165 grain gold dot 40 Smith & Wesson. I wanted to show you this plug of denim that came out with the bullet that had penetrated the deepest, this bullet right here. And you can see, you can't see the gold dot in the middle of it like you can this one, so it had more expansion to do. It just didn't, which is probably why it went deeper and didn't have as much of a wound tract, but it did carry that denim with it. So yeah, there's 9mm HST, pretty wicked looking expansion. Gold dot, 165 grain, 40 cal. Good performance still, and I think the HST is just outperforming the gold dot in both tests. So there you have it, guys. I'm just the messenger. I'm not trying to push either one, either direction. Not saying one's better than the other. I'm just the messenger. We'll test them and see how they do. My opinion, though, is that it looks like the HST is just outperforming the gold dot. Whether it's the 9mm NHST or the 40 Smith & Wesson with the 180 grain HST, it just seems like the expansion is there for them and they're still getting good penetration. With this here, the 9mm expanded quite a bit. I would say more so than the 40, and still got excellent penetration. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hopefully we don't get as many angry viewers on this one. Till next time, guys, stay tuned.